absolutely beautiful.
Hi everyone, it's Matthew, and I'm back with another video of your truck Civility.
I see anarchy.
So today we're just taking these wall panels
The
from
concept of rulers and the hierarchies
the
that go
Jazzycat to the I think is how you say that. And the only reason I'm taking this load is because the other loads that we're interested in take are too long. This load, 1600 miles. I'm not going to do that in a video, am I? So anyway, so I have a few things to talk about today, and you know, I'll see how they come round, what would I talk about them in, so we'll just get on the road first.
Adhering to the non-aggression principle is the most rational way to live your life and to interact with others. It will definitely go along with
So, first thing I have to say is I have this Rus Map isn't the only map that I've installed, as some of you may know, but I have the Rus Map enabled on this profile, the MHA Pro Map enabled, and the as well as the MHA, I have an SKM or SKD map enabled, which modifies the UK and makes some of the drop-off points larger and more interesting, so and adds the odd place here and there, so they're quite good, and they all work together, and they work together pretty darn well. Now yeah, Pro Mods did come out, the newer version has come out, which just by the looks of things pretty incredible. And I might do a video that if I use on another profile, I might use it there and see what it's like. It does look good. I'm just thinking about whether it's going to take up too many resources or whether it's now using 60. Because last time I played Pro Mods, your truck was 32-bit. Maybe now it's 64. It might be okay, but I'll see what happens. But, so yeah, a couple of things to talk about. I have broken up for Easter holidays now. I have a couple of weeks off, which is nice, so I can hopefully get a few more videos out than one video a week, or you know, find a period where I can get several done in a short amount of time, and well, no, in a period of time that I have free, and you know, upload them and schedule them. So anyway, so I ordered a couple of things yesterday. I was gonna order 3 things, but I'll talk about that in a sec. So I ordered a new stand for the microphone, as the old one broke. And you know, half the reason that the microphones sometimes in the video the buzz sounds too loud, or that was something I was going to say. I turned down the mic volume a bit because it seemed too loud in the old one. I don't know what it is now, whether it's any better, but I just have to go with what I can. But anyway, so at the moment I just clip it to my shirt, or I clip it to the desk. The desk might sound a bit better, but it sounds like I'm really far away from it, so I hope was. So I ordered another microphone stand, a bit like the old one, but a tiny bit better design, and I'm going to basically probably try and use that, and hopefully probably you won't hear the sort of sounds, or the sounds you hear at the moment, so when it bounces around on my shirt, or when I move or whatever. So the other thing I ordered was a new mouse. I was going to order a new keyboard as well, but I just ordered a mouse now. Although I ordered a Logitech G600 mouse, and the main reason I ordered that mouse, yes, it was about £60, but it has up to 20 programmable buttons on it. And I had to chat to someone and asked about how you program them. And simply in the game, you only have to go to the assign features and click on the feature you want, click on that button, assign it, and it will work apparently, so that's good. And I'm mainly going to use it when I stream on TS or whatever, or Steam, have various different push to talk buttons. I have more than one row, so I won't get confused by them anymore, because I'll remember, hopefully, it's like G1 or G9 or G16 or something like that, so...
I think there's strong evidence to suggest these people are antisocial in nature. Well, one, they work for the IRS, so they, you know, obviously they don't have a problem with terrorizing people. Now, whether they have any empathy at all, they then go home and drown their sorrows and the pain from that they may feel if they are normal people.
But anyway, so
I don't know.
yeah, order them couple things. I did not order though a new microphone. I was going to, but after thinking about it for a bit, I decided for now I was just going to stick with this one because it is decent. I just gotta mount it properly so it doesn't have all these, as I say, these boom sounds and clicking sounds from my mouth, whatever. So if I mount it properly, it would be fine. So as I say, what broke in the old stand was it had basically in a boom stand on a mic, you have the two parts, top bit and the bottom bit, and you have the bottom bit where it mounts onto your desk or whatever. And the problem was that bit basically just snapped under its own weight when it was pulled out too far. It probably didn't, and it probably wasn't designed to be pulled out that far under load, but yeah, I think I pulled it out under load too much and it just snapped it. But I'm surprised it would snap like that, because it's actually feels like what's metal, so it mustn't have been that strong of a metal. It must have been this really weak metal, I'd imagine. But
contributing to the damage, the injury being caused to the man
wow.
who was working with them.
And for a second I just got 33 FPS. Oh, if only you'd managed yourself.
Their argument that there was jurisdiction, they had no problem escalating it.
But there is something I would love to say about this game, which I haven't said for ages. This game's actually not that graphically intensive at all. If you have a decent graphics card like a 6000 series AMD, like 6870 or 6970 or 7870 or 7970 or an R9 270X or above, or an R7 250 or above, you will get, even with a very nice truck, like 50-60 frames and 13 town, you know. So it shows the game is not that graphically intensive. You just gotta have a decent card and it will run fine. Unfortunately, I don't have a decent card, as I've said before, so it doesn't run 100% perfect, but it does run okay. So
when you ask a simple question based on an argument that they are putting out, they just answer the question. They don't get upset. So there's the narcissism.
if you wonder why I'm on fuel last night I was doing this job all the way from like the bottom of Poland, I think, into where I started this video, just south of there, and it's like a 950-mile journey all across land. It took me like a couple of hours to do. And I'll tell you, a funny thing is, a friend of mine that was on the TS last night I was on with decided to had a little race. We pretty much finished. It wasn't on my page saying how far we was away from our deliveries, and you know, I made a bet saying, oh, I was I think 190 miles in, he was 250, and I said, oh, I bet he won't catch up, and if he does I'll pull up a chair. He did catch up, and he was like, we finished neck and neck practically. It was mad, but I don't think our friend at the time thought much of us. I think he had a bad dream about us last night, but hopefully it's okay today.
Unfortunately, our satellite provider ended the free ride, and now to continue broadcasting the message of liberty to much of Africa, we need your help. Akko tells us
I don't get how I didn't turn it far enough. I don't know, like full lock or something. You know, so.
Many of them meet regularly to discuss the topics they hear on LRN.FM.
Unfortunately, internet here is unaffordable. People are hardly connected to the internet. Our government has made the internet too expensive, such that people should not be exposed to the outside world.
He tells us the press is heavily restricted there, which is why many people in the country who don't even have access to the internet use free-to-air
that's cheap.
satellite receivers to get unfiltered information and ideas from many global sources. LRN.FM is the only channel on free-to-air advocating the ideas of liberty 24/7, and these ideas are inspiring people like Akko to take action. Our current satellite coverage includes North America and Central America. Anyone with a cheap dish and receiver can receive LRN.FM with the ideas of freedom. In many parts of the world, cable television installations are non-existent or
Let's continue.
due to their high upfront and ongoing cost. Satellite is the most common form of
I always have something to talk about in a video. I never have things to talk about all the way through the video because I want you to listen to the radio as well. Yeah, if I suppose when you sort of playing a game like well, any sort of game, if you have one thing to talk about and it's a lengthy topic or topic which is, you have a lot to go on, no, it's interesting to listen to, I suppose. And there are which are so interesting to listen to. It's just like, it's crazy. But
LRN.FM was founded in 2009 for two reasons. First, to introduce existing liberty-minded people to new shows. Second, to provide programming to free radio stations. Our free-to-air feed makes it easy for radio stations to rebroadcast LRN.FM. There are other satellites I'd like to get LRN.FM on eventually. First, we need to get back on in Africa. I think it's really exciting that the ideas of freedom are reaching some of the poorest, most oppressed places on Earth. I'm even more excited by the idea that we could be reaching more people around the globe via satellite with your assistance. To get back on Amos 5, the satellite over East-West Central Africa could cost as much as $22,000 for a 3-year contract. What do you get from all this? The satisfaction of knowing your dollars are helping reach people worldwide with the ideas of liberty. If you'd prefer more recognition, check out the perks like getting an exclusive Platinum Amber pin. Please visit our Indiegogo fundraiser at africa.lrn.fm, where you can get answers to other important questions like, what if we don't raise enough to meet the goal? Or what if we raise more than the goal? And are your donations tax deductible? Thank you for your consideration, and please share this fundraiser with all of your liberty-oriented
yeah,
friends.
I've been finding this thing lately. I'm on the maximum amount of drivers I can hire, 154. So I've been having these drivers which have been losing money and not being able to find jobs. I mean, I do need to go through them, check their skills and whatever. But yeah, most of them are earning a decent amount. So
Social personality disorder. Why I believe that most bureaucrats and politicians that I have interacted with directly would fall under the category of a psychopath or an antisocial personality. So as mentioned before is the narcissism. And most cops have this because they absolutely do not handle any kind of challenge to their pretended authority. We have video, it just has not been released, and 4409 hasn't ever been able to find it, when a police officer in Scottsdale came unglued
209 miles to go.
glass wall because I had the audacity to ask him a question. Hey, if we did things like you did in your organization there, and we forced people to give us money, would you consider us criminals? And he went nuts. Simple question. Simple question. Right, because...
Yeah, I hopefully in by a couple of weeks off, you know. Try and do a few more streams than just once a week, like maybe on a Tuesday and a Thursday and Friday if I'm lucky.
And I can't argue with him.
And if I could do that, then I'd be quite happy.
So they
So
don't handle the challenge very well. They yell, they scream, they threaten. So there's that. You have also the incessant lying. You listen to the calls, the agents lied incessantly. Are they just being jerks? Yeah. I don't mind that because
yeah, see, we're getting a ton of income at the moment from these jobs, like 10 grand, 15, 7, 8, 4, or whatever. It's pretty good.
no one knows.
I mean, it does seem in this economy in the game, it's not perfect. Basically, it's sort of at the start it's quite hard to buy everything, and you're sort of not making that much money out of your jobs. But once you really level up, it sort of opens out and you get, well, an absolute ton of money, and you know, the company that makes this game know that, and they are going to try and adjust that eventually with like world trucks and make it so that you have to actually work with several other people to keep going, so that you don't go bankrupt and you keep money in going. And if you, and I think that would be nice, but we have to see how it works. But the AI in the game is still got problems, and it's not got any better. It hasn't got any worse, but you know, I think it's just got worse since the coding. They haven't updated the AI and the patches, and the coding is not working with it too well, or the rumours several months ago about the modder joining the team, and you know, them saying, oh, he messed up the AI, conspiracy theories or whatever. But yeah, and I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah. One thing that is true is this AI hasn't got any better since 1.4 or no 8 or 9 or whatever it was.
And yes, I spoke to 2 IRS supervisors yesterday, and I'll talk about that later. Hopefully, we can get them edited and posted, so everybody can hear more evidence showing that these people are decent. And I don't think I'm using the term loosely. So we've got the.
I mean, I will say that usually I try and record a video about half an hour long. Now it's been a time when I've recorded a video longer than that. Like the longest I recorded, I remember, was the Back to Scotland video, and that was about 40 minutes long. But I think that was just an extra long delivery or something. This one's been going on for about 20 minutes so far, so it's about in time, so I'm happy with that.
But a question is in fact an argument. Wow, that is a level of dishonesty that I just can't fathom. Psycho. Let me go to 3. The lack of empathy, that they just don't care. So you have their just
Oh, and I'm assuming that
horrible.
probably everyone that watches my video has heard about the plane crash that happened recently, and the main theory being about basically the co-pilot being a psychopath, and basically the main pilot going to the toilet or going for a piss, and he went for a piss and he closed the door as he would, and the co-pilot being a psychopath and having psychiatric problems, basically just locked him out, and the captain tried to get back in with an axe, and you know, he couldn't get back in and he crashed the plane. So I think if he was still alive, that co-pilot, he'd probably be in jail for a very long time, or you know, hopefully be getting medical help for his problems. So
3 hallmarks of a psychopath. In some instances, do I throw the word around too much? Maybe. Not when I'm talking about these IRS agents, not when I have spoken with them on the phone, not when I've dealt with them for over 10 years. The evidence is on markstevens.net. Listening to that call and taking it in the broader context, knowing that they are hurting somebody, and hurting people badly, terrorizing them, the stress and the trauma that these people inflict. And it's not
Frank might be one of the new ones, so yeah. At the end of this, I'll probably go into there and readjust their skills, or check their skills are going okay, and then see what happens. Yeah, I hope my audio's okay. It looks like from how high it's going on the mic from dish, it looks like it's yeah, looks okay. So it doesn't look too loud, but at the same time it doesn't look too quiet. So
now in facts to back it up. Exaggerating when I say these agents last week are psychopaths and very strong psychopath tendencies. Because I know the backstory. Everyone knows that when I'm making these calls, these people are under attack. And it's clear from the recordings.
that was me then not paying attention.
Care.
So I definitely need to Stop putting my lights on now.
I don't get that. I'm doing it because I don't care. I don't like to be challenged. And they're gonna punch you even further. And that's what they do. Psychopath, antisocial personality, or sociopath, all the same thing. But they have those in recall. Welcome back to the No State Project. I'm your host, Mark Stevens, author of Government Indicted. You can get a copy at markstevens.net. And, you know, this came up in the chat. It goes, and we're going to get to the calls in just a second, because Tom reminded me something that was mentioned by Malcolm X, and this is on the fly, and so the whole thing is good, and I'm not going to just play the quote. Well, this is going to be the audio from an interview where he talks about about a rabid dog, because that's what Tom says. A rabid animal must be put down, and so in that vein, we'll go to Malcolm X.
If we really believe that the law of the land, the Supreme Court, and other so-called judicial bodies were for real when they talked about integration, we would integrate. And knowing that the law was on our side, any effort we made to demonstrate towards integration, we would know the law should be on our side. If it's the law, if it is the law of the land, it's within the law. And the discriminated but to show you the hypocrisy of the law, when Negroes demonstrate for integration, instead of arresting the discriminator, the law arrests the demonstrator. So this is a foolish move on the part of me. And when you foolishly get yourself involved with an enemy, whatever comes upon you, that's your business. As Muslims, we believe that separation is the best way and the only sensible way, not integration. And but on the other hand, when we see our people being brutalized by white bigots, white racists, we think that they are foolish to allow themselves to be beaten and brutalized and do nothing whatsoever to protect themselves. They are foolish. They should have the right to defend themselves against any attack made against them by anyone. If a dog is biting the black man should kill the dog. Whether the dog is a police dog, a hound dog, or any kind of dog. If a dog is sick on a black man, when that black man is doing nothing but trying to take advantage of what the government says is supposed to be his, then that black man should kill that dog, or any two-legged dog who sticks the dog on.
44 or 43 miles to go. So yeah, this video is probably going to be about 25 minutes long, which I'm happy with. That's about, well, the time 25 minutes or 30 minutes is what I want to be trying to record too, so the episode isn't too long, you don't get bored of me driving or whatever. But
there you go. There you go. Make no mistake, it wasn't just non-violent non-cooperation to help bring about change in the 60s. People were fed up with shooting back. And that gets me to the point I'll make after some of the calls. You start shooting back in self-defense. I'm not talking about murder. I'm talking about defensive force. A two-legged dog is attacking you. A badge or not. Every right. I'm using that in the lay sense, but you have every moral justification to put that rabid animal down. There's nothing wrong. Self-defense. People start fighting back, not just laying down and taking it.
wow, 19 miles to go. Yeah, when you get into, I think, under 100 miles to go, the miles go quite quickly. So
I don't know how widespread it is. It certainly seems to be this way in Zora. Fraternal order of police crying that anti-police protests are discouraging applicants. Yeah, that's right. When the people wake up, they start defending themselves. All of a sudden, it's not such a great thing to be a bully. One of the things we were discussing on the chat. Hated high school. It was horrible. Even after I gave a beat down to one of the bullies that hit me. And I beat him down pretty good. And they started coming after me in pairs. So, high school was awful. Which may be why I despise bullies so much. But let's get to calls. I'm going to get off my soapbox here. We have Ian from Los Angeles.
And here we are,
Welcome to the show.
almost at the destination.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you great. Welcome back.
Oh, hey. Hey, this is Ian again, actually, from Los Angeles. And you had made mention of psychopathy, and that just happens to be a pet topic of mine. You were saying something about how you have 3 criteria for psychopathy: narcissism, pathological lying, and empathy. Correct?
I didn't mean to imply that those were the only
Right,
traits,
right.
but those were, to me, in my opinion, that those are the defining ones.
Right. Just for the sake of exploration, because in no way do I want to come off as contradictory or confrontational or anything like that. But I actually do think that there's a finer grade of resolution to the topic that should be explored, with the aim of being as effective as possible in dealing with bureaucrats. Have you read Dr. Hare's book, Without Conscience?
I haven't, but I have actually read quite a bit of his writings.
Oh, okay, cool. So then you are, at least, yes, you are familiar with that. Fantastic, brilliant. Yeah, because there's a curious thing about psychopathy. I'm honestly of the opinion that a lot of the bureaucrats that you're dealing with, they're identical in mindset to people like the Manson family members, or like a Nazi party member or something, where they're not actually psychopath proper. They are, however, absolutely taking orders from either a psychopathic structure or from a psychopathic individual. I completely agree with that. So one of the things that sort of strikes me is that a lot of these
Oh, excellent
they seem to
delivery.
have the bureaucrats that I've dealt with, and I'll freely admit I've only had limited experience with the
So,
bureaucrats.
that's going to be the video for today, so I do hope you enjoyed it. Do make sure
I
to
set
comment,
myself a
like,
goal
and
of getting out
subscribe,
as quickly as possible.
and
15
all
seconds
those
for
good
this one,
things.
15
But for
seconds.
now,
Wow.
thanks very much for watching,
Wow.
and I'll see you
Yeah, I
next
was
time.
actually really excited.